Dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess.
Hey loves and babes, and welcome back to Randaa Leigh's channel. And I know it's been a little bit, I made a part 2, but I kind of got to edit it and do all this other stuff, and it shows the day before I go into surgery and the day I was at surgery, and I got a clip of it. But before we get into this video, I know it's been a very long time, and I want to give a shout out to a new subscriber to our family. The name tag was Travis, and it had numbers behind it, but shout out to you, Travis, and thank you for subscribing. It makes my day when I see that y'all subscribe, and when y'all leave comments, I mean, it makes me want to keep going. I know I haven't uploaded a lot, and I do have videos that I want to upload. Now, taking perspective that these videos are before I had my surgery, and before I broke my hands, so just know when I upload these videos and you won't see the casts on, they were right before I broke my hand. Literally probably like a day or two before I broke my hands. This one is getting better, guys. I think I have 2 or 3 more weeks in this cast. And so, before we jump in, like I said, I completely forgot. My mind's like everywhere. But make sure you subscribe and you hit the bell, not once, but twice. So anytime I upload a video, y'all can get the notification. And also any shout outs that I do, you'll know if I shout you out. Also, show mad love, give this video a thumbs up. It's just a vlog, like I said, on my channel. If you are new here, my name is Randaa Baby, but also MaRanda. And sorry, I have something on my eye. I know I've been looking a complete mess in my last couple of videos, but let's get into the video now that I told y'all to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, show love, share, give it a thumbs up, comment. I love y'all's comments. I love seeing new subscribers. I love it. I love it, guys. You do not know how much it means to me. When y'all help support, my channel. So I will be posting more. Just keep in mind that the videos I will be uploading, I had already finished editing them and everything. So they are right before I broke my hands. I know one is testing out a new hair product, and what was the other one? I think there was one more. If not, then it was just that one. And then I have my part 2. I know this is like part 3, but part 2, I have to get the clip. My husband has the clip on his phone, so we're going to transfer it and whatever, But anyways, so I just wanted to talk to y'all, update y'all on everything that's been going on in the past couple of days. I know the last time I talked to y'all, I had my splint on, and I told y'all about my cast. So this past Wednesday, which was March 7th, I went into surgery, and for this arm, and look how huge it is, guys, compared to my arm. It's so big. My fingers are actually starting to go down. They're not as swollen. Thank you, God. I literally prayed. I was in so much pain. Like, I know people have their own preferences, and I'm a Christian, and so I prayed to God and I asked Him, please, just like, take this pain away, please. It was so excruciating. And like I told y'all before, I've never broken anything before. I mean, I've torn my ACL and I literally have no cartilage in my knee. But to not break anything and have to break both hands, like, it's ironic, guys. But so this is my little story of what happened, and then after this I'll have a video of the hair products I tested out, and then I'll be uploading the part 2. So make sure when y'all subscribe, y'all hit the bell twice so y'all be notified when my videos come out. And I'm keep rambling. So let's get into the story. So I went into surgery March 7th, this past Wednesday, and I cannot tell you guys how terrified I literally was. I was so scared. I've never broken anything. I've never had surgery. I was terrified because I have already known about the anesthesia when they put you under. I'm a big research person, and I'm also very spiritual, but I research a lot. So when I watch videos and just, read on things, I had already in my mind frame was like thinking, okay, people don't wake up sometimes from the anesthesia. People go into comas. Complications, things like that, especially if you're on certain medication. I mean, it just, everything was just going through my mind. I wasn't going to wake up, something was going to go wrong, or I was going to wake up. I've heard a story about a man that went under and he actually woke up during the procedure, but he wasn't able to, it's complicated. He woke up, he said, and he could feel everything, but he couldn't move or talk or say anything. But in his mind, or even open his eyes, but in his, he was physically awake, but still under, if that makes sense. So he felt everything, and I was like, okay, what happens if I wake up during this, and then I feel it, but I can't tell them, I need more, or, I was just freaking out. And then what if I don't wake up? What if something happens? I just psyched myself up so bad. I ended up not even realizing. The late nurse took my temperature. I was at 101. I had 101 fever, and they were didn't think they could do the surgery, because if you have a fever or you're sick or anything, it can cause complications and things like that during the surgery. Well, luckily, by the time I did get up there, I took a nap in my little waiting room, and my head had started hurting. I kind of calmed down. And when you get so hyped up about something and you get so scared, your adrenaline takes over. So anything you feel, or just anything, you don't feel it. And then once you actually calm down, you start to feel everything, and then you get tired just from the adrenaline, and it was like a crash. Like, I literally just fell asleep on the bed. I was like, forget it, I'm going to sleep on this bed. It took them 2 hours until I was supposed to go in my surgery at 7:30. I went in at 12. So I took a nap. I waited, and I wasn't gonna just sit there. My head was hurting after, especially after she told me I had a fever, and I calmed down a little bit. I was like, oh, damn, my head does kind of hurt. But took my blood, made sure I didn't have any STDs, anything like that, AIDS or whatever, pregnancy test. So everything came back clear. So they finally came in and took me up. And I know for a fact I had a guardian angel. Because for one of the nurses' names that was the main nurse to help, I guess, her name was my son's name. But, of course, it's spelled differently. And I was like, that's so ironic, right? Like, your name is Adrian, and so is my son, so I felt like, you know, he was there with me. And then another lady's name was Janet. And if y'all don't know, my mom passed away when I was 14. And so I thought that was crazy too. Like, it was like my mom was there, Adrian was there. Like, I was like, okay, everything's gonna be okay. But at this point, I was so exhausted because my adrenaline had just hyped me up to like, and I was just like, okay, let's just go in surgery, whatever. So, literally, guys, as soon as they put the mask on me, the anesthesiologist guy, he told me it'll burn a little bit. And I took one smell. As soon as it hit my nose, one smell. And Adrian, the lady, I remember her touching my shoulder, and she's like, it's okay, just close your eyes. And literally, one smell, I close my eyes, and I wake up. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I literally, it was crazy to me. And if anyone has had surgery, please let me know in the comments below how yours went. I would love to hear y'all's story. But it was so fast. Like, I could not believe it. It was crazy. So, sorry. This hand still kind of hurts a little bit. But, so, I wake up in the recovery room. And at this point, my fingers were like freaking balloons, guys. Like, I mean, you can still see how swollen, you know, my hand is. And it goes all the way down to here. And I was like, oh my God, like, I was telling the nurse that my arm was hurting so bad. They gave me 3 cc's of morphine. I don't know if y'all know what 3 cc's is, but those little tubes that you always see in the hospital, they had to give me 3 of those of morphine, and it still didn't work. And she was like, do you have a high, you know, pain tolerance? Like, and I was like, well, you know, I have done a lot of things in my life, so, yeah, I mean, I can take, you know, pain pretty good. So the morphine wasn't working, so she was like, okay, well, we'll get, you know, this doctor in, and he was the sweetest guy. Like, shout out to you, Dr. Klein, if you ever watch this video. He made me feel so comfortable, but So they told me they were going to, since I was still in so much pain and so uncomfortable, and my arm just felt like, literally, guys, like, you see how big it is right now compared to this arm. I felt like my arm was going to explode. And I was just like moaning and like groaning, and I was like, oh my God, like I can't take this. And tears just started falling from my eyes. Like I wasn't like, I can't take this. But just tears started falling from my eyes, and she was like, are you okay? And I was like, it just hurts so bad. Like, I want to chop my arm off. Like, I don't want my arm anymore. Take it off of me. And they were all like, no, you know, we don't have to do any more paperwork. Don't do that. But they put a block. It's kind of like an epidural. And I don't know if y'all can see. It might want to weigh a little bit, but it's like an epidural. And what they do is they go into your neck. I wonder if I can feel it. Like the afterwards, it felt like I had been stung. I've never been stung by a wasp. I mean, not knock on wood, because I feel like anytime I say now, I've never had a broken bone, or I've never done this, or I've never done that, it's gonna end up happening to me. But so they did tell me they were going to have to put me back under, but a sedative. And I was like, okay, so what is this going to, you know, what are y'all, what is this going to do to help my arm from hurting so bad? Well, they call it a block, guys, and what a block is you have nerves that, you know, run to certain parts of your body. So you have a nerve in your neck that goes down your shoulder, all the way down your arm, all the way to your hand. And what it does is pretty much numbs from like, I think it was like from, I mean, I couldn't really tell because I didn't want to touch it because afterwards you just have to hold on. But I didn't want to. I think it did numb my shoulder. I mean, I think I could feel this part, but after I got to my shoulder and down, I couldn't feel anything, like anything. So they put me asleep, and she's like, if you wake, you know, we're gonna give you a small little dosage. If you wake up, don't move. Look at me and just listen to what I say. Don't move. And I'm thinking, like, you better give me more of whatever you're giving me, because I don't want to wake up during this. Like, what the hell? So, luckily, I didn't wake up. They did it. Well, she put the mask on my face, and I instantly, I don't even remember falling asleep. I just remember putting the mask on my face. And I woke up, and I was like, it's done? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, y'all did it already? And my arm instantly, guys, felt like, oh, it felt so much better. Y'all, like, have no idea how much better I felt. But ladies, if y'all have ever had an epidural and you know that you can't feel from your waist to your toes, that's how it was from my arm. And when I went to grab it and touch it, it instantly made me nauseous. I guess just from the fact of, I don't know, I could move my arm, but I just couldn't feel it at all. And so it instantly made me nauseous. But I didn't throw up. I kept it, you know, I was good, steady G. I didn't throw up. I didn't do any of that. And everything went good, guys. My doctor came in. He told me that they put because what happened was I broke this center bone, that connects your hand to your arm. And what they had to do was put a screw and a plate to connect it back together. That way, whenever I get it in a cast and it starts to heal, I'll be able to move, you know, my hand and wrist back and forth and all that kind of stuff. But if I wouldn't have gotten the surgery, they told me my hand would have been deformed to where I wouldn't have been able to move it. Like, I would have been able to move it like this, pretty much, as if it was in a cast forever. But shout out to Dr. Lowe too. He did an amazing job, and I'm grateful for all of the employees, the nurses and the doctors that took care of me. They did a wonderful job, and I just can't be thankful enough for how supportive and how loving they were. It was like so full of love and positivity, and sorry, it itches a little bit. But they were amazing, and I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to take care of me. So anyway, so they put the block in and everything's good. My doctor comes in and he tells me he got it perfectly straight. Everything went, you know, perfect. And I was like, you know, just thanking everybody pretty much. Like, I was just thanking them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I mean, they were just so sweet. And I feel bad for the one nurse that had to take care of me after recovery, because I had to pee so bad. And they had to stick the bedpan under me, and she had to, like, wipe me and everything. But I had a kid, so, I mean, I didn't care. I had to pee. Well, I mean, it is what it is. But, so I just wanted to update you guys about the surgery. The block, they told me it could last up to 5 days. A little kid that they had given a block to lasted up to 7 days. Now, at first I was thinking, oh yeah, hell yeah, that fucking, let that block last. But luckily it didn't, because I wouldn't have been able. My arm was like a freaking noodle, guys. Like, it would have drove me insane. So luckily, well, kind of, it did wear off at like 2 o'clock in the morning, because I didn't stay overnight or anything. I was in the 1-day operation, and I get out around 4:30, and everything's good. So the block wore off at 2 o'clock that morning. I had to use the restroom, and I was like, oh my god, my arm. Like, instantly I could feel where the stitches were. So the stitches, pretty much, guys, if I'm not mistaken, are right here down to about here. And this is where the splint and wrap ends. So I'm trying to feel, yeah, the stitches are, I think they end right here. So I'm gonna have a good little scar. So y'all will see that afterwards. But I can finally move my fingers a little bit. And it's crazy too, because when I move my fingers, I can feel like the plate and metal rod and everything in there. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I can. I can feel it. And, you know, it's only been 3 days since I've had my surgery. And luckily, God's been good. I mean, after yesterday and it hurting so bad, I mean, I'm just blessed that it doesn't hurt. I thought it was gonna hurt for like a week, that pain I was gonna have to deal with, but luckily everything's okay, guys. So I just wanted to keep y'all updated, and let y'all know everything that happened. I will bring y'all with me to my doctor's appointment so y'all can see what it looks like whenever they take this splint and wrap off, so I can get another cast. And I will be uploading more content. Like I said, I'll be uploading the content, so keep in mind it is right before I broke my hands. But I just wanted to put content out there for y'all that I did recently before I fucked myself up. To give y'all, you know, something to watch and everything. But I love you guys, and thanks for y'all's support. And I'm still thinking of a name, aside from Loves and Babes. But don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And until tomorrow, I might post a video later today too. So make sure you hit that bell twice. And I'm not sure what it is, but I am going to do a challenge on putting on makeup with my cast with 2 broken hands. So that's what I'm calling a challenge, is putting on makeup challenge with broken hands. So keep a lookout for that video. It will be coming within the next day or two, because I've been dying. I literally, guys, had just gotten all that makeup and I only been able to wear it, not even all of it. I haven't even been able to use it. So just keep a lookout. But I love you guys. I do have a donation page that I can, if y'all follow me on my Instagram and my Facebook, y'all can find it on there. And I have a GoFundMe page. It's MaRanda's Surgery. And the other one that I have is MaRanda's Surgery and Awareness. I'm collecting money to help pay for my surgery, but also to give back to people that are in the same situation as I am, that can't afford certain things. So I do want y'all to know that any donations that are past the goal that I had created, which was $5,000, my surgery, I believe, was $3,000, but that's not including the anesthesia part. I think they charged me with that too, so I don't know how much that is yet. But any donations over the amount I need will be going to people that need help. And like I said in my other video, to pay, I'm going to pay it forward. People have helped me and blessed me through this process, and I just want to pay it forward and help others that, don't have anything. I mean, I don't have anything, and whenever those people helped me, I was speechless. So I want to be able to give back, especially to the community and to people that, need help. And so there's not a set $5 limit or anything, it's just, if you want to help, you can help, and I will definitely put that in the description of where you can find those. The GoFundMe, you just go to the GoFundMe and look up MaRanda's Surgery. I'll put that in the description. And also my Instagram, it's on there. And my Facebook, it's on there. I just reposted it today. So If y'all want to donate, it'd be greatly appreciated, guys. But I do love y'all, and I wanted to keep y'all updated and let y'all know how I'm doing and recovering. And it's only been 3 days, so I'm blessed to be able to move my fingers. But I love you guys, and I hope y'all have a great weekend and a great spring break. And I will be vlogging this spring break. My son is off, so we have a couple of things that we're going to be doing. So make sure you stay tuned, and I love you guys. And I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.